I'll come back. 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 I'll come back.
Are you streaming?
It's to Mike's night. It probably needs a hot second.
There it goes. Yeah. Now we are live. Just wanted to make sure.
There's like
he is going to be steaming in a little bit, though.
There's like a 10-15 second delay between things we say and what goes on stream.
Excellent. All right.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to the Barcast. The bar gets lower every single week. Your bartenders for this evening will be a non-pencil. Enigmatic Otaku. Flamin' Milk. Ravage.
What?
And I'm complete garbage. This week we have a very special guest, one that I've had the luxury of meeting in person. He is, I don't think I'd call an upstart on FimFiction anymore, although we knew him since he was one.
Aww.
The lovely CategoricalGrant.
Yeet! So glad to be here.
Yeet!
Yeet. It begins.
Time to yeet this cast, man.
Bug.
Those who have never tuned in before, welcome. We're a community-submitted podcast. You ask the guests and ask the questions, and we make the guests miserable for 2 hours. For those who want to ask questions, we have a thread on FimFiction. Also, we're streaming live, and the lovely non-pencil will be watching the chat. Pencil, what sort of questions will I not be asking our guest?
We will not be asking the guest anything about politics or religion or outlandish philosophies or shit like that. We will also not be asking the guest their real name or location, just to make sure everything's all hunky-dory and none of you are going to be fucking stalkers. Other than that, have fun. I know you guys are going to ask that question, so if you want to get it out of the way now, you're welcome to do so. Also, Priest, is there something else that we should tell the chat that we're doing today? Drinking word.
Yes! Attention gamers, this is a drinking zone. If you hear us say the word anyway, be sure to take a nice, healthy drink, but do not over-imbibe and drink responsibly. As in, please drink responsibly. We don't want someone going to the hospital again.
Thank you.
Indeed. And as the great philosopher Luigi said, yeet your meat to the beat of your feet.
As in the words of the great philosopher Socrates, I drank what?
And Confucius say, the fuck you guys talking about?
Okay.
Wait.
I thought Luigi's
Philosophy just banned.
Yep, philosophy. That's what we're getting out of the way now. You want to have a go to CategoricalGrant? You want to do it?
He who live in glass house should get good insurance.
I thought Luigi's thing quote was, "I hope she made lots of spaghetti."
Oh, that's it anyway! That's 2. That's 3 anyways. That's 4. Damn it.
I think that's enough of that. There's a question. There's a question from the chat, and the question is from Alex _ and I get to ask the first one. So, Grant, how big is actually it's how dig is your bick?
How dig is my bick?
Yes.
Well, let's see how I want to answer this statistically speaking. I don't think I just want to give a measurement.
All right.
Well, can I ask a follow-up question?
Right away. Yes. Go ahead.
Right away. Yeah. What measurement are we talking here?
Yes.
Is this a girth thing? Is this a there's multiple dimensions?
You can
all of them.
You can even measure it in like 6 dimensions if you'd like. I don't mind.
Girth is undeniable.
We've had it measured in freedoms before too, and spaghetti.
Yeah.
Or how many sheeps?
Oh God.
Okay, let me do a quick calculation here. All right, I got your answer for you. I'll just do 1 dimension so we can continue moving on. But 9.525 times 10 to the 33rd plank lengths.
I'm probably you for doing that.
A fucking mole. Jesus.
Fucking moles. That's an AP Chem joke.
Anyway.
That is an AP Chem joke.
Man,
I need to stop doing this because the way I interrupt people and get us to move on is I just yell anyway at you. So this is going to be a.
We're already at 6. Like, I'm already going to sound the Davis alarm. Like, how many times do we say anyway? Oh, man. All right.
Here we go.
We're going to Terry the Oh, fuck. Actual interview questions.
Yes.
Man. Okay. Let's do the basic interview stuff. So, for those who may not have heard of you before, Categorical Grant, let's do the basic introduction. Who are you and what do you do in the fandom?
So I write pony fan fiction, and in particular, I like to write about cuddly pony fan fiction.
Ooh.
Oh.
All about giving them hugs and snuggles, dude. That's the end game.
Oh.
That's lewd.
It's exceptionally lewd. But if you don't like pony hugs, you're a communist.
Whoa.
I agree.
What is happening? Okay. Then the next question is, how did you get into the fandom?
Oh, that's an interesting story. So it was probably summer 2012, I believe. And I was just on YouTube, just browsing along, and heard of this whole phenomenon. I think they were right after season 2 at that point. And I came across something that kept popping up on my suggested YouTube video list. A ditty by the name of Party.move.
What? Really?
Wow.
Yeah, dead serious. First thing I saw, and eventually I figured out, oh wait, this is an actual show. And then, like everyone else, binge watched it in about a week, 10 days.
All right. Then the next question is, what is your favorite part of the fandom? The online community, the fanfics, the conventions, music, art. What keeps you here?
That's a good question. As we all know, the ride doesn't end.
Never.
We're here for life. I think two big things. I would say the fan fiction's big, just because I love reading, and there's a good community on FimFic. There's other communities for. I stumbled upon a Russian site that's basically just FimFic in Russian. That was interesting.
That's cool.
So that's the big one. You have some tight friends from there. I have a buddy from Brazil, Caio Quaya, and each other's stuff back and forth. Like, I'll get him stuff from conventions, and he'll send me back Brazilian soda and stuff just because we met on FimFic. It was awesome. Yeah, so that's one. And then the other one is conventions. I love going to cons, but primarily for the merch. It's all about the merch.
Gotta get that merch.
Gotta get the merch.
All right. Next question is, if there's one thing you could say to your followers, your fans, or your haters, what would it be?
Well, that's a good question. I wish my haters would reveal themselves. They always just drive by with those downvotes at the beginning of the story.
Oh, yeah, I know that.
Hey, Jesus.
Yeah, so I wish they would reveal themselves so we could build a battle in hand-to-hand combat. But until that time comes, I just want to say, everyone, thank you so much for support. I'm glad you like everything, and I'll keep churning things out as long as you keep reading.
Wonderfully said. Then, last but not least, of the actual interview questions, let's get derisive. Let's get political. Final question: who is best pony?
It's time.
I mean, it's kind of. I'm sitting next to a 4-foot Luna plushie that I bought, so I'm tempted to just say Princess Luna.
4 feet?
4-foot Luna. Is it anatomically correct?
Can you fuck it?
No, absolutely not.
Damn it!
But she is
anything unless you're a little bitch.
I got her butt signed by Tabitha, so that was pretty good. But yeah, I think I probably. But that's open for debate. I'll take people's considerations into effect when I'm making that decision in the future.
Now, you said this in passing, and I want to highlight this for a second. Did you ask Tabitha to sign it on the butt, or is that her decision?
No, I asked. I got it right on the white moon, the cutie mark.
Oh, I thought
It's not necessarily the cheek. It's more the
I thought you were talking like under the tail. Man,
Can you
okay.
put Tabitha? Can you put this right on the booty hole?
She probably would have done it. That's the saddest thing.
Okay, right above the crater.
She's probably had to do worse. All right. Now then, anyway, we got questions out in the thread. We're going to start with Terry the Human. So, hello. How was your day?
It was pretty solid. I woke up, went to the doctor, came back, took a nap, got up, and now I'm here.
All right. Number one, what is your favorite story or stories on Film Fiction?
Oh, that's great. So there are a couple really good ones that I absolutely am in love with. The Descendant, rest in peace. F's in chat, please. Has done some really good work. But one of my favorites he did is every last bit. I think a Spike and Rainbow Dash sort of like pseudo romance. Really got into Spike's character. It's a phenomenal story. I'd highly recommend it. Every year on Christmas Eve, I reread Path of Clouds, Heartwarming Romance. It's good. It's simple, but it's real good. I used to read Famous Last Words, Heart Invasion 101. I'd always check and wait for the new chapters to come out back in the early days of me being on the site.
Famous is very cool, dude. Famous
is the coolest dude. He's a good man. So I finally got to meet him in person at BronyCon this year, so that was cool.
Hey.
I think those are the big ones that come to mind immediately. But there are plenty others.
Okay.
That I've fallen in love with.
Now, what is your favorite story that you have written?
Ooh, good question. The most fun one to write was by far George S. Dragon, which was the one where I just wrote an entire World War II role play fic with all the ponies in.
I remember that one.
That was such a blast to write. I go back and I still cry with laughter reading my own words, which is really pathetic, but I kept referencing like Call of Duty 2, and it was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. It would word for word rip scenes out of like Patton and The Longest Day and just put them in, and no one knew. No one knew.
All right. What is the ship that you like the most?
Prosperity, 100%.
Wow.
Really?
A classic Sparity.
I didn't realize that we invited trash onto this show.
Right?
Any of you for any reason.
Sarah.
You do realize Spike is an illegal citizen in the eyes of a question. All right.
Oh my God, Enigma! Don't open that door right now. Fuck you.
Oh my God.
Of course, Flam's the one giggling. Anyway, fuck.
This might be my new favorite drinking word. All right. The ship that you like the least.
Any intermain sick ship.
Really? Why so?
They're all the same and they're all bad.
That's actually pretty decent philosophy, I have to say. I haven't seen
Look. Let's throw this out here. As a general rule, when you're in a sitcom, I know it's not a sitcom, but think about any sitcom that has been big over the years. When you get to the point where you start shipping the main characters together, it's over. On.
That's actually a very fair point.
Oh, and there's much more I can get into on that if we really want to dig, but no, any intermain sick ship is a big no. Your hands, no.
We got a shit ton more questions, but if we have extra time and we can unleash it onto the chat, maybe they'll bring it back up. Sorry, I interrupted you, Flame.
It's fine. It was only we are pressed for questions, just move on.
You're fine. Number 5.
Wow.
You can watch Pencil.
Thank you.
What was your favorite pony convention you've gone to, and what is your favorite thing from them?
Oh, I was at a Cider Fest this past month here, and Charlie really killed it with that one. I would say, I think just for the sheer impact of it, the first BronyCon I went to, which was 2017, you walk in there and that's just the Brony Mecca,
Yes.
It's just, so you walk into that vendor hall and you're like, oh, shit, like this is 5 times the size of any vendor hall I've been in before. And as I stated previously, it's all about the merch.
All about that merch.
Yeah, so I'm not going to be able to go this year, actually, which kind of sucks. I'm missing the last year. But I went to 2, so I've checked the boxes off. And I actually got to be on a panel with Famous last year.
Yeah.
Great. So that's even another bucket list thing checked off to be on a panel there. For all you listening, if you're in the Midwest, I will be at Winnie City PonyCon and Cider Fest every year, at least, and maybe TrotCon too. So keep an eye open for me there.
I love TrotCon. So comfy.
TrotCon that's another experience everyone has to have at least once. You don't have to like it, but you have to go once because it's like nothing else.
I mean, how often are you able to experience the back of Milk's car?
This is true, and I need to make my way out to the Midwest area cons too.
I mean, a lot of them are dead.
Yeah,
just straight dead.
They say Cider Fest is the drinking convention, but TrotCon is the alcoholics convention.
Is this accurate, Grant?
It's basically a drink fest at TrotCon the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck yes, I am down.
We have this thing called Swagalicorn at 3 in the morning, and it's just they bring out big bottles of Everclear and mix it with fucking juice and just start passing it around.
You Swagalicorn this year?
No, I was around for a little bit, but I didn't go to any of the late night stuff.
Oh,
I've been to a Swagalicorn.
This is
a couple of years ago. We had to make up a fake religion, and my team's fake religion won at Swagalicorn. So, lit. But TrotCon is incredible. But I would say I would encourage you all to come out to Winnie City in April. That's going to be a blast.
We may see what we can do, but right around April is also BabsCon, which we're aggressively going to.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm saying even not necessarily you guys, but anyone in the chat, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. And then the final question from Terry is, what do you think of this picture? And it's a train. Like, it's a train.
It's a nice looking train.
Yeah, it's a train.
That's cool, bro. I used to play Rise of America when I was
long? Sorry.
What the fuck? Enigma, what? Say words, now, go.
Why is it so long and black? And I said that out loud in McDonald's.
Yes.
Smoke weed every day.
So, Grant, what do you think of the train?
As I said, trains are cool. I used to play Rails Across America when I was like 4 or 5. That was pretty cool. So, let's say 8 out of 10. 10 out of 10. I'm not going to go 10 out of 10. And the reason why is I took a 14.5-hour train ride from Cleveland to New York once, and never before have I wanted to die so much in my life.
I know that ride. It's terrible.
The worst part about it was they had the Wi-Fi, like the network, and it had 3 bars, but you couldn't connect. And everyone was like, "What's wrong with the Amtrak Wi-Fi?" And the lady was like, but it's not like on yet.
That's what she said.
The biggest cock tease in the world.
Trying to not use all their data or whatever on the 14.5 hours. It's just the worst. Just the worst thing.
Yeah, Amtrak only has a 6 gigabyte plan.
That just doesn't even work. Like, you can't just be like, oh, you can make and eat mac and cheese, but, I mean, you can't, like, the burners don't work. That's just milk and noodles.
I'm just going to raise my hand slowly and say, why didn't you interact with people and play board games and card games like a real human being?
Because people suck.
I left in front of all my friends. I was there the day before, so it was just me on the train ride.
No, but brand new train friends are my favorites. I love train friends.
I did make one train friend in the dining car, but he was like a really sad story. It was just really sad talking to him. He's like, "Yeah, my partner died, and like now I'm going."
Oh shit, man! That's not the kind of train friends you want, man. You want the train friends who are like, "I'm bored, let's get drunk," and you're like, "Yes."
And it's like the only family I have left. I'm like, oh,
I can give you
can't
an
just
A.
leave, right? You can't just leave after that, right? Like,
Yeah.
It's rude to do that.
That's just bad
I'm gonna
luck.
go over here.
We are.
He started talking about politics, and I was on the opposite side from him, and it's just not good. The whole thing was not.
That's a great time to move on to the next question, then, before we get too deep in that.
Anyway,
What's the question, please?
Lieutenant Major Dude asks, who would you ship Spike with?
What kind
It's
of?
Rarity?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Rarity is number one. That's a good question. I think the Twilight Spike ship has potential.
Has to be written a certain way.
It's a very tenuous.
She changed his diapers.
Okay, that's enough of that. Next. That's enough.
Alex _ asks, do you have any funny anecdotes? Like, something...
I have so many freaking anecdotes.
Alright, tell us one.
What sticks out at the top?
Yeah, I'll take a couple off. I'll tell you what, I'll do the ones from my trip to Japan this past summer.
Oh,
Those
fuck.
are good.
Ooh, all right.
Pictures of my Flitter plushie all around Japan, and one of them got to be the header on Equestria Daily for the Ponies Around the World contest, so that was pretty awesome. But I think the top one was it's one of the last nights we're in Japan, and we went out clubbing in Tokyo. And instead of the trains shut down after a certain time there, we didn't want to Uber or whatever, so we 2 miles back to our Airbnb. And we're walking up this hill, and there's this Japanese woman eating a red bean bun. So just eating it. And she just goes, "Oh, excuse me, sir." She's eating a red bean bun, so she must not be trying to sell me sexual services. So I stop and I say, "Yes. You like a blowjob or hand job?"
Hey, it's okay. Maybe she just wanted a special topping for her red bean bun.
First of all, I'm just like, your mouth full, okay? First of all, before we get to anything else, if you're eating a red bean bun, I don't want you trying to sell me any good or service. Finish your red bean.
Horse gotta eat, man. Horse gotta eat too.
Well, the red bean bun's grease, probably helps in that department.
It was not good. It was not good. So of course I'm just like, no, keep just disappointed. Disappointed in customer service, disappointed in the immorality. Just generally disappointed.
On Yelp, 0 out of 10 would not return.
Just a general trip to the Mulan ravioli.
I'm done with that forever now.
That's great. You should have just pointed at her and be like, "This woman eating beans," and everyone.
She eating beans. So the other one was we were in Kyoto and we woke up to an earthquake at 8 a.m.
Oh, nice.
And it was a pretty serious one. It was a 6.1 or something like that. It was in that region. But I think 8 people died or something that earthquake.
Oh, Jesus.
An earthquake. Yeah. And,
You should have gotten the forbidden ravioli. For that woman.
I should not. ravioli, give me the formuoli.
Her red bean bun kept her safe.
Ravioli. You get earthquake-ioli.
You're correct.
Number 2. Sorry. Coming after fucking ravioli. What's the best way to relax?
Oli.
Ooh, that's a good question. I think just about 3/4 of a bottle of red wine. That'll do it.
Yes. Yes.
That's kind of my go-to. You get a Tempranillo or a Cabernet and just suck it down.
I gotta ask, what's your wine of choice? Like any wine in the world, what do you have?
Ooh. Oh, I'm gonna say probably Tempranillo. Get like a Ribera del Duero from Spain or something.
I get to make you jealous. Then I have I'm going to be putting on a vertical tasting of Tempranillos from 2014 to 2008.
Oh.
Right.
Oh. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And I have them California grapes too. So
That's good. It's great when I'm at home because my dad's kind of into wine too, so I'm able to take stuff. But when I'm back in my apartment alone, it's like I'm not going to go out and spend money on anything except screw top wine,
Oh, honey, no, don't do that to yourself. Life's too short.
I know. But, I also have to buy a wine opener if I want to get anything else.
You can use a pocket knife. I can do that.
I don't know if I have a pocket knife around, though. I got to figure that out. So
I had to do that on Thanksgiving because the one thing my family asked me to bring was wine to Thanksgiving, and they didn't have a wine opener. I guess I gambled that they would.
You could use a shoe.
you gambled and you lost.
I did.
Just get a sword, open it champagne style.
Welcome to real life. So anyway, that's what I'd say. I'd say most of a bottle of red wine and red wine and chill.
Red wine and chill is great. I agree. Fuck yeah. Priest.
When does Netflix happen?
When does the Netflix happen? Indeed.
Oh my God, Priest.
Number 3.
Fuck that. Netflix and chill. I Hulu and hang out.
Fuck you all, Priest.
How is
Fuck.
number 3?
And this man is living in 3018.
Oh my God, Priest.
Number 3. How was your Thanksgiving?
Pretty good. We did this whole thing. It's getting to the point where we really can't do family road trips anymore. When the kids are in their 20s, it's just over with. And we had the road trip out to see my grandma and my aunt and stuff. It wasn't too bad. It was like maybe a 6 to 8 hour drive, but my dad was pissed the whole time because he doesn't want to do this in the first place, and there's traffic, and people are taking too long to get their shit together, and the whole thing was just, we lived, and we're home now. So
awesome.
I may have misheard him. It's not like you said we lived and we're homeless.
No, God damn it, Enigma. He's not like you. He has, money
and people. And a father.
This is starting to get a little too personal now.
You made this personal, bitch! Anyway!
Just
I need to stop touching this shit! Fuck, you chose the right word, Grant. You chose the right word, man.
Anyway.
I know I did. I'm almost out of scotch.
Fuck, man.
What are you drinking?
Johnny Walker Black.
Ew, why?
Oh, I almost went into my dad's Woodford Reserve bourbon, but he's going to get pissed at me if I do that, so...
But it's Johnny Walker! Like, why?
For that same price, get yourself a nice bottle of Glenlivet.
Are you shooting it? Because if you're shooting it, I'm proud of you.
Oh, I'm not shooting it. No. I mean, look. The thing is, behind the counter channel, I left my Malort at my apartment. I don't have any Malort. If I had Malort, I don't. So it's Johnny Walker Black.
Oh my God!
Oh, it's even black. I'm sorry.
I feel for you, my dude.
Require the strongest wills.
I feel for you, my dude. I wish you through this time of trouble and suffering in your life, and I hope you come out on the other side a better person for it.
Hey, it could be worse. I could be drinking Dewar's White.
This is true.
This is very true.
You can have Dewar's over ice if you're, a woman, but that's fine.
Anyway.
The beepers.
Fucking Roostasm is next.
This guy, the Beepus, yes. They'll be playing.
We met at the Fest of the Ciders in the town that brought us the Vernon Shirley. Questions, I have them. What was the most heartwarming thing you saw at Ponyville Cider Fest this year? I'm not drunk.
Drinking.
We did this thing where I told you guys about my Brazilian friend.
Yes.
He's always sad because he always wants to go to pony cons, but there's none in Brazil, right? And he doesn't have the money to get up to, the US or Europe or whatever. So writers meet up there, and we all started trolling him on FimFiction. And it's still up there. You can go look at his page, but we did this whole Brazilian, like, hue meme.
Good job.
Give money. Give gold.
We all just copy pasted that onto his page, and he was so happy. He was so happy. He felt involved. So that was heartwarming.
All right. Was there anything you missed that you wish you hadn't missed at the same con?
Good question. I don't really think so. I think I really hit the stuff I kind of wanted to do. I'm not super into the music scene. Of buddies that are kind of like artists and stuff, and that's kind of my only link. Go check out my boy Luck Rock on YouTube. It doesn't, and the theme this year was the music festival, so like every panel really sort of ground my gears. So I just did a lot of eating and chilling out with people I knew. So it was good. I liked how I hit everything this year.
Awesome. The more you go to cons, the more you kind of figure out what's really kind of important to you and what isn't. 90% of the time, it's usually the people.
Yeah, exactly. Well, my panel got waitlisted too, so I was like, all right.
Aww. I'm sorry, dude.
Yeah, sad reacts only. Okay.
Equestria. Is it vacation cuddle spot or permanent snuggle residence?
I have a controversial answer to this question.
Oh, dear.
Oh, no.
Vacation spot.
Oh.
And the reason I say that, desensitize yourself. If you're cuddling every day, you lose the specialness of the experience. Spot, If you lived in Hawaii, you would eventually just be like, oh yeah, it's Hawaii. But you vacation in Hawaii, and you're like, shit, dude, it's Hawaii.
I vacationed in Hawaii, and I was bored after 4 days.
I would get skin cancer if I went to Hawaii. So, but
Needs more volcanoes.
It's true. Needs more pending
needs more
death.
volcanoes.
All right.
Never forget.
You must replace one piece of famous art from history with one piece of your art. Snuggle fix our art. What art would you replace, and with what of yours? And how has history changed to be cuddlier?
Definitely replace, and this has nothing to do with any impact. I just hate it. The painting of the guy with the apple in front of his face.
Aww.
Bro, like, I know you're trying to be like profound or like absurdist or whatever, but like, come on, man.
What would you replace it with?
That's a good question.
Applejack Cuddlefic.
I'm gonna go and replace it with the Choose Your Own Adventure fic that I'm currently working on.
Ooh, exciting!
Big news on that. So that's gonna be out in the next probably 2 weeks, and it is big, huge,
3 Gs.
Huge.
Huge.
Huge. So definitely keep an eye out on that. I think that's really going to be. It's not magnum opus material, but it's.
It's fun.
Well, you certainly made history a little less tart.
Oh my God, dude, stop!
So
Randy Smith and painting too.
We'll go to the next question. That's perhaps more appealing.
Stop, please.
Muggany is next. He says, I don't feel like shitposting today, so I only have one question. It's very important. If you could blue skidoo, we can too, your way into anything, what would you blue skidoo, we can too into?
Operation Barbarossa.
You broke Flam. I'm so proud of you. It's so hard to do that to him. Good job.
Oh, fuck, I didn't expect that.
Flam,
Of all the things I expected, it was not that.
Flam, on a scale of 1 to Inhaler, where are we at?
100,000 podiums in PM.
Flam, are we at in Halo levels of amazing?
We are in Order 261 right now. That's where we are. Oh God.
Jesus.
Good job, Grant.
Order 66.
Sunbro for life. Now that's the next question. What is your favorite video game?
Okay, so the answer is two video games because they cannot be separated from each other. And they are the Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic games.
Yay!
Nice.
I played those games. Your life is... people always say, 100 video games to play before you die. No, 2 video games play before you die. Knights of the Old Republic and Knights of the Republic 2, The Sith Lords.
Especially make sure you get the restored content mod if you buy it on Steam.
No. Okay, a couple things about the restored content mod. One, I got it recently on my roommate's recommendation, and it broke. Okay, it broke everything.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
At least you can get yours to work. I can't even get the first one to start up.
Shit.
It was so glitchy. The whole game was glitchy, but I finally got to the end of I found all the Jedi Masters, right? So I go to the Enclave to show off with Kreia. Can't get through the doors. Game's over.
Oh my God! I've heard of this glitch. This is a legit glitch that happens to more than one person.
I've heard of it, but I've never actually experienced it.
2 hours down the drain. Great. Thanks.
Yeah, the only real fix for that is to play through the whole game again to that point, and then apply the mod after you get through the doors.
Yeah, the door glitch is famous. So that's amazing that you got that.
It happened to me. So, I'm going to say one last thing. So, my freshman year of college, I told my roommate to play this frickin' game. And he was like, I don't really want to. I'm like, play the game. And it ruined his life. He, failed that semester, basically.
Shit.
Life-changing. If you haven't played them, you got to play them.
I did that once with a friend with Guitar Hero, and I still feel partially responsible.
And seriously, especially the Sith Lords, the innate lore in there has actually inspired a lot of things that I've written on FimFiction. So it's that good.
The Sith Lords is probably the greatest writing in any video game. I would say some
really
of the
is. I have to
characters.
I wouldn't say it's the best, but it's so immersive. It's so entertaining. It's so fun.
I should finish that game.
Anyway, that's that.
Yeah, KOTOR 2 is my shit. I've replayed it so many times. Anyway! Fuck! Shit! Damn it!
What is your favorite boss fight?
Oh, good question.
And there's no way to be Kreia, is it?
This is probably. I think if I thought about this for 30 minutes, I'd come up with a better answer. But I think the answer that's coming to mind right now is Crash Team Racing for the original PlayStation.
Jesus Christ, you're going back, man.
Back. The first boss for the first world. I always thought it was a dog. Turns out it's a kangaroo called a Ripper-Roo.
Yeah.
Looks on purpose like his face is a breakfast. His eyes are eggs, and he's like a bacon tongue.
Oh.
And you just gotta race him and beat him.
Oh.
But it's just breakfast face doing on this. It's just surreal, man.
Well, I mean, it sounds like he was harder to fight in that than the original Crash, because in the original Crash, all you really had to do was hop onto platforms, hit the TNT that was coming down like a stream or whatever, and then back off so it exploded when he landed next to it.
Sure. Why? I think that was what he sounded like.
Anyway.
Sound like that.
Speaking of bad
keeps
voices.
Me up at night. It keeps me up at night.
Why?
Number 3. Have you accepted Skeletor, the master of the universe, into your heart?
I thought religion was banned from the podcast.
Yes!
That's a great answer. I'm really happy.
I need to just give up. My impression's not as good as Pencil's.
Then fuck you! My impression was awful! Fuck you! No! Next question, we're done! No!
Anyway, number 4.
Yeah, fuck.
You are in itty bitty Equine City. What business do you start?
Oh, capitalism. All right, let's see here. Capitalism. All right, let's see here. 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 You know, this is kind of a shitty answer. I'm gonna do it anyway. I think a bakery. So much frickin' demand for sugary crap from ponies that you'd just be swimming in bits.
Also, I gotta say, Pinky doesn't really make bread, so you could actually open up to like more into the realm of Danish pastries and like good bread. Make a
Good point. I thought you were speaking of bread in the metaphorical sense, and I'm like, that's because she's oppressed by the bourgeois cakes. But yeah, it makes sense.
The bourgeois cakes.
I have feelings about everything you just said and no way to put words to them, so I'm just going to take a big old drink. Good job, Grant.
You know, one of these days, one of our guests is going to answer with drug dealer.
I mean, you could be.
I do not know how to comprehend this.
You don't need drugs in Equestria. It feels like you're on opiates all the time.
How do you know you're not?
Why do you think they're so complacent? What do you think Celestia puts in the drinking water?
She knows candy.
On a scale of marijuana to Chinese opium war, how high do you think they are?
They're turning the frickin' changelings gay.
We're moving on! Anyway! Number 5!
You got to inhaler levels of slam.
Do you even praise, bro?
Oh, fuck.
You know, I've never played any of the Dark Souls, so I can't even answer. I'm sorry. Dad reacts.
That's okay. Chap Penguin Lips has the next set of questions.
Hooray!
I'm ready for this one.
Would you fuck me harder, Daddy?
Oh God, why did you use that voice?
No.
Would you fuck Prince harder,
I would
Daddy?
not. No. No, I would not.
Okay, good. And then the final question from chat is, what are you, gay?
That's the real question, isn't it?
It is. All right.
That's the real question.
Go ahead.
Now we're going to Coffee Minion.
What? No, what do you have to say? At the end of the day, what?
Slightly. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not at all. Maybe a lot. Who's to say what gay is? I couldn't keep it together there, sorry. Anyway, I'm gonna drink.
Anyway.
Fuck.
Coffee Minion starts by asking, how do you take your coffee?
You know, I've recently gotten into coffee as like a day drink over the past couple of years. It used to be strictly, you know, after dessert and, you know, sort of when I really needed it. And since then, I take it black. But if it's after dessert, I usually put a little bit of cream in it.
Nice.
Sugar.
I can get behind that. Number 2. What drew you to Snugglefix as your primary genre, and how do you keep it fresh after writing so many?
It's actually bigger than genre. Snugglefix are kind of the reason I started writing. They were my favorite fix on FimFiction. You know, Snuggles helped to heal the gaping wound in my soul. But anyway, so they sort of got to the point where they were out of good Snugglefix. And, you know, if you want something done right, do it yourself. So that's why I got into it. Why I keep writing. So, yeah, so in terms of how I keep things fresh, you just got to do new characters, new scenarios. You know, stuff. I lay awake at night just kind of in my bed thinking, and sometimes stuff comes to me, and I go, "Oh, that's going to be lit." So, you know, I'm 3 or 4 stories behind even right now what I'm going to write. So,
New characters and new scenarios, eh? Is that why you made a Snugglefix contest, which I won?
Wow.
yeah, that was. Excuse me. That was not Categorical Grant's Cuddlefic contest. That was won by. Oh shoot! I actually forgot his. Hold on, I gotta find his screen name here. Captain. Anyway, he turns out he was this guy who was in my fraternity, and he had Captain Unstoppable. Captain Unstoppable won my first Cuddlefic contest. Cuddlefic contest round 2 coming soon. Eye on that. But anyway, blog post thing I did. And yes, you did win. You were one of the top 3 blog post people, so I still have to do the other 2 person's blog post entries. But yes, congrats.
Don't be nice to him. Don't be nice to him.
Please don't give Enigma validation. He'll just get worse.
Yeah, he's people.
And my story idea got featured.
He thinks he's people.
You know, I think I'm people too sometimes.
But you are people.
You are people. Enigma isn't. Enigma's a competent.
He's in.
Priest. Bad. Next question.
Fuck. I messed that up. Okay. Alright. What has been your favorite meme of 2018?
Oh boy. Oh shit. You know, I think this was 2018, but I'm actually going to go with Uganda Knuckles.
Oh no!
Yeah, that was 2018. I think that was like
it was like January. It was January.
Yeah, it was one of the early memes of the year.
In and of itself, not great meme material. But the sheer amount of filters that shit had to pass through before it became a meme. It was a freaking Ugandan movie, and then it went into VR chat, and then people had to somehow get Knuckles involved. And then it started getting painted on schools in Uganda. It's mind-boggling. It's like the internet has become real life.
The memes are real.
Sprungus is an amazing person.
And the other thing is that you had people absolutely eviscerating people on the internet for like being, politics not allowed.
Yay! Good job! You caught yourself. I'm proud of you.
Speaking of politics not allowed, what's your prediction for best meme of 2019?
Ooh, I think we're going to get more and more meta as time goes on. One of the things that's been really promising recently have been Ben Shapiro memes. I'm interested to see how those evolve. I'm looking forward to. I think PewDiePie is going to get overtaken on YouTube here by the Indian music channel, and I'm looking forward to his meme reviews just becoming more and more meta to the point where the meme review becomes a full meme in and of itself.
That won't be long.
Okay, this is epic.
We're talking January, February.
All right. Anyway, would a Snugglefic focusing on Flufflepuff be physically possible, or would she exceed the boundaries of what can be snuggled?
It would definitely be possible. Any Snugglefic's possible. It's possible. You bet.
And then the last question from Coffee Minion is, why do you continue to deny the world a choose-your-own-adventure style Snugglefic with limestone pie, you monster?
Okay. More unpopular opinions. And I'm going to gird my loins on this one, right? And I know Coffee Minion, great guy, but this needs to be said. It really all started with Maud Pie. I think Maud Pie is an absolutely horrible character. Edward Nilsson is great, but funny, but it's a character that's designed purposefully to be the worst character possible. That's what they were doing on purpose. A one-shot-off character. And it worked as a meme, but now it's a recurring character thing. And then they brought the other sisters in. Now, I'll give him credit on this. Is the best of the Pie's sisters, by far. Not even a conversation on that front.
If you're talking about visible personality, absolutely.
Absolutely, not even close. But, I was going to say I would never ever do that, but now I'm thinking I might do that. But at the same time, there's more ponies that I have to get to first. That we're talking like, Limestone Pie, like coming 2030 during season 4 of G6. Talking right now in terms of planning on that. So, not in the near future, no.
So, like a G6, huh?
Son of a bitch.
Yeah,
I'm not even sorry.
They're called the Far East Movement, and they're all just Asian, and that's the only reason they called themselves that. Whoa. It's self-referential.
Anyway, questions from Tin Man. What is your favorite cuddly headcanon?
So, favorite cuddly headcanon is that Luna and Celestia are both snuggle bugs, but they don't get to cuddle enough for different reasons. Yeah, because she's like, running things and wants to like maintain a front, and Luna because she's trying to like project herself as like spooky. That's the headcanon on that front.
Nice. Number 2. Which would you cuddle? Bug ponies or the gay deer?
Is there a difference, though?
Yes, there is.
You're talking temporally, the difference?
Yes.
One is the right answer and one isn't. That's the difference.
It's kind of a moot point because they just transform into whatever you want, right?
But
so you could have a gay deer that was a bug or a bug that was a gay deer, so it's not even
fair. But nothing's more rewarding in a cuddle than releasing all barriers and just being yourself. Why would you ask them to cuddle you as some pony else?
Also, what form?
What if they wanted that?
What form would you rather cuddle? The form of a bug pony or the form of a gay deer?
No, I don't trust the eyes on either of them.
You don't trust the eyes? So what you put a paper bag on their head before you hug them?
Tentatively.
Fug.
And the reason I say that is I don't think the gay deer have holes in their legs anymore, do they?
No.
They're not anorexic anymore. Their
leg holes are cute.
Where are you going to put your dick? Where are you going to put your dick? Now that those are gone.
Not what I meant, but
I mean, they have power tools. They have drills. You can make some.
That's totally uncalled for.
I will kill all of you. What is the next fucking question?
I'm working at Home Depot.
That's a story. That's a story I need to write. That's a story I need to write. Fuck.
Which would you snuggle? Bird ponies or bat ponies?
So, I don't know how I'm gonna get around this. I don't know if it was in this Discord or what, but I saw a message like 2 or 3 days ago that was like someone was like, my headcanon is that bat ponies smell bad to everyone who's not a bat pony.
That's weird.
My head. I can't get out of my head now. Kind of gotten in the way. So because of that, only because of the psychological warfare that's been going on the internet, I'm going to go with bird pony.
I mean,
also, don't you need special shots when handling bats?
Yeah, welcome to rabies. By the way, rabies.
That's not true. I got peed on by a bat once, and it was fine.
Absolutely. We used to have to kill. We had a cottage. We used to have to kill bats with tennis rackets.
Why would you do this? What have bats done to you?
They got rabies and shit.
I don't like this now.
You just don't know how to have fun. You got to use the baseball bats too.
No!
Pencil, it's okay. Go to your bat place. We're moving on. We're moving on. Do you even cuddly crotch boobs?
No.
But they're so soft.
My dog's nipples.
What?
A million times no.
Next question. Why not snuggly dragon boobs?
Okay, another unpopular opinion I'm going to throw out there, and this is for real life. So, gird your loins. Boobs are kind of just in the way of cuddling sometimes. I'm just going to say that. But sometimes they get in the way, you know? Topologically, it just doesn't. Nothing fits sometimes. I'm just throwing it out there. Not always a good thing.
I like the tits when cuddles.
Wow.
Am I
Wow,
wrong?
I mean, yeah.
But I mean, like, what if they're so big they're actually suffocating you?
that nearly happened to me.
That's a bad thing.
But I mean,
I'm with Flam on that one.
Think about like a depth elevation, right? All right. So let's say you're cuddling whatever. Let's go with a human because I'm more comfortable with that. Okay, and you got your head on her chest, right? Okay, but there's like a couple like inches of deviation. You're going to sprain your neck if you stay there long enough.
Well, it depends on her position. As a person who has best friends who are on the bustier side, and we've cuddled before. I mean, they're excellent pillows.
They can be,
I'm just saying.
Can being the key word there. Okay, I'm just saying. Take the advice, leave the advice.
If I need a neck brace later in life because of that, totally worth it.
Speaking of brace, it's time to brace for the next question. Would you cuddle or snuggle said picture that I put in our chat?
it is made of fluff.
This
The fluffy rainbow.
fluffy rainbow.
Snuggle that, Dashy, you bet.
Awesome. Now then, we are about halfway through the cast. So it's time.
It's time. Alex, it's time. Do the thing.
Hey, Pencil.
What, Priest?
Are you hungry?
Why, yes, Priest. I'm very hungry.
Would you like a wheel of cheese?
I would always like a wheel of cheese, Priest.
Would you like blue cheese olives?
Okay, where are you going with this?
How about a nice big key lime pie?
Okay, now you're just talking dirty to me. Where's this ad going?
Oh, the one thing I won't serve to you is horse meat because we help support horse rescue.
I was about to say, you do realize we're still streaming, right?
We support horse rescue. That's right.
If you give money to our Patreon, you can help us support horse rescue as we try to continue our goals of donating more than $1,000 a year to horse charity a year.
And it's to be clear, what horse charity? Do you remember, Priest, or do you want me to say the name?
Red Wings Horse Sanctuary in California.
That's correct. And they help rescue horses that are either wild on lands that are being destroyed or have been in abusive situations or are about to be killed. So do this, support horses, it's great.
Maybe you don't want to just give us money for free. Maybe you want some sort of incentive more than what we already do. We have merch, and you can go buy it, and I don't have a link for it, and Alex needs to go find it because it's in the description of our videos.
Alex, do it. Alex, do it. Do it, Alex.
Buy that merch.
Yeah.
So, support the Patreon and buy that merch so we can give you more content that you crave.
Are you still giving me a key lime pie?
Yes.
Yes! Okay.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Are you going to share that pie with? Are you going to share that pie with the rest of the class?
No.
Fuck you, no! That's my pie, bitch!
Just enjoy your pity
Can I get
pizza.
a limestone pie?
Let's
It's a cum joke! Moving
It's
on.
a what joke?
Anyway, I said
What joke?
a cum joke! A cream pie
Stop. Limestone Pie is a character on My Little Pony.
and you can cum in her,
Maybe I
and
just-
it's
maybe I
still
just
a
get her pie.
limestone pie.
I ask what the shit's
Maybe I
going
just
on.
want Angry Ponies
Maybe
pie.
it's a lime cream pie.
Grant, we don't know what's going on anymore.
What's the recipe for this pie?
Anyway, let's... Fuck.
Dash
Okay.
Loon is next. If you could, would you, Grant?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, God. There's dog hair in my scotch. Sorry.
What the fuck?
There was just a bundle of fucking German Shepherd hair at the bottom of my glass. Okay.
How do you manage that? That's my question.
Priest, I thought you were going to say that there's dog hair on your screw.
Moving on.
Say that!
Do you stargaze?
No, not usually, although I admit in my past I have on a couple of occasions.
Okay. If you went to Soviet Russia, would you be fine letting the stars gaze at you?
Bro, yeah, dude. Yakov, Smirnov. Oh, yeah.
mean, to be fair, you'd have no choice because the red star would be the last thing you see before you were sent to Gulag.
Hey, the only Soviet. The only Soviet star probably gazing back at you would be Laika. Let's be clear. And if no one knows that reference, that's okay. I don't expect you to.
You just say Laika?
Yeah.
That's the fucking dog they killed by sending him to
asshole.
That is the dog they sent into space that is in orbit.
Oh, the poor doggy. There's a song about that dog.
You want to know the difference between America
has a song and you don't.
Translate. You said is in orbit. Present tense.
Categorical Grant is speaking.
We sent monkeys up there and we brought them back and then put them in zoos and stuff, and they just sent a dog up there and let it die.
Well, they poisoned its food. No, they poisoned its food, so it died up there easy.
You know? We have no food for dogs. Send into space.
No, but they gave him food. They gave him poisoned food in space.
Which is communist food.
We have little food. We have too much poison. Use on dog. Put into space.
Like
a cyanide.
This
Space
is ground control to Major Dog.
For the United States, the space was the new frontier. For the Soviet Union, it was the new gulag. They just send people up there to poison their food.
I'm not getting you a drink. You guys continue with doing the thing.
All right, fuck Mary Kill Celestial Edition. You must choose between the sun, the earth, or Celestia.
I guess I'm gonna kill Celestia because I kind of need the sun and the earth for, like, stuff.
Sure.
I mean, that's rough. So I would do that. We kill her. I don't want to. It gives me no pleasure, but in the circumstance,
you can't really fuck the sun either.
And I guess I'm gonna marry the sun, yeah, because that's
not with that attitude.
Well, the sun's too distant. There's no emotional intimacy.
Oh.
But you marry
So
her
would be like the average Cali girl here, which is fine by me. So. What?
All right. Jesus Christ, everyone. All right. Lone Trooper now has the next set of questions. Hey, Categorical Grant. Welcome to the cast. Ready for an interactive adventure? P.S. I have dedicated question number 7 to a non-pencil. Number 1. You're walking along when you spot Enigma, the dragon breast lover, sitting on a bench, looking happy, content, and validated. This isn't something that should be possible, but it's happening. Will you let Enigma be, or stomp over there and ruin his day? Do you let Enigma be, or ruin Enigma's day?
Let it be, let it be. Let it be.
You've chosen poorly. The answer is why? Why the fuck did you let this happen? Now the universe is dead. Thanks a lot.
Right. Dip, dude. Dab on the haters.
Number 2. What is your favorite heartwarming experience at a convention? We kind of covered that, though.
Oh, no, I had a better one, though.
Okay.
It wasn't at CyberFest. It was 2015 at My Little Pony Fair, which is the Hasbro sanctioned one.
Uh-huh.
They had this raffle with all this, crap. They were giving out pony crap. And so they had, one, giant castle that they had just put out as a new product or something. This lady who won and went up and grabbed the castle and went and gave it to this little girl in the front row. Very sweet. But then a couple tickets later, the little girl won and went and got something else and gave it to the lady.
Oh!
This is some gift of the Magi type stuff.
I'm like, yo, this is awesome.
This is
That's adorable.
Yeah, I know. That was good.
All right. Number 3. What advice would you give to beginning writers who are hesitant to write and publish their first story? This includes interactive stories.
Just write, dude. Who cares what people think? Just write. Put it out there. People like it. I think that's kind of the deal. Is there should be no hesitance in terms of what people think. Just go for it. The only hesitance you should have is just making sure that you're putting out the best you can do.
All right. Number 4. What inspires and motivates you to come up with your interactive stories? In their opinion, it's so good, and he loves the Rainbow Dash one the most. Thank you for writing it.
Thank you so much. Well, sort of starts out with an idea, which is, I need to do Pony X, right? And I come out with sort of just a basic plan line. So Applejack's definitely going to be next after I finish the one I'm currently working on. So for her, the general idea is I'm going to have basically the second person, the main character will be working on Applejack's farm, right? And then using that background, I'll go through and I actually make a written paper and pencil map of where each chapter goes to. Slowly work through things. And if I feel like I don't have enough inspiration on something, I'll stop till I come up with more. But that's the general plan on how I move through those things. They're a lot of work to do, so I don't do them a lot. But when I do, it's rewarding.
Cool. One thing that I would definitely suggest to you, just kind of off topic, if you really enjoy doing like interactive stories, stuff like that, you should look up this program called Twine. It basically allows you to make interactive story video games, and it's really cool.
Okay, yeah, we'll do. Twine, you said?
Yeah, I'll send you some links after the cast. I recently made one that's a lot of fun. Alright. Number 5. Knowing that when you die, none of your accomplishments, dreams, goals will matter, and everyone won't care or remember you, does this bother you? Wow, that's a question and a half. Thanks, Lone Trooper.
Well, I'm not allowed to talk about religion, so that's sad. So I guess I don't have any real answer to this other than I don't feel that way, and yeah.
Fair enough. Let's see. Number 6. We are born into this life alone, and we pass from this life alone. Are you afraid of being alone, knowing that no one will ever truly understand you? Wow, that's dark.
What the fuck is this question?
Did we? I had to double check and make sure we didn't jump to questions with Dark Angel.
Are we the Satcast now?
No, that's just with Dark Angel's questions. But
okay, Niccolo Machiavelli. Jesus.
Oh, same response? Question mark? I guess.
Fair enough.
Dark. These are dark metaphysical questions. We're not allowed to talk about metaphysics. So
fair enough. Let's see. Is pencil back? No. Okay. Darn. Number 7. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna turn around and hurt you. Just as you begin to sing the next line, Pencil comes at you and Pip slaps you in the face with her dog dildo, declaring, "You will not sing that despicable song on my Barcast. If you ever speak another verse of those wretched lyrics, I will shove this dildo so far up your ass, your great-grandchildren will feel it. Will you turn around and let her down, or will you never give up, make her understand, and tell her how you're feeling?"
Jesus.
Never gonna make you cry, never gonna say goodbye, never gonna tell a lie or hurt you.
Perfect. So now when Pencil comes back, the chat's just gonna explode with, "They sang the song!" Alright. Legally Fluffy has the next set of questions. Welcome, Legally Fluffy. I haven't seen you here before. First question is Doritos or Lay's?
Doritos.
Ooh, why Doritos? And what flavor Doritos?
It depends. Cool Ranch is good. Nacho cheese is good. They got some of those 2 flavors in one bag now. They're pretty good. Depends. But tortillas over potato chips any day.
All right.
Did he say Protinos?
No, he did not.
Totinos, bro. It's like regular Totinos, but with gains.
I would eat those.
Imagine potato chips that were for gains. Potato chips.
Those are a thing, actually.
Really?
Yeah, protein potato chips are a thing.
Shit, alright.
I think they're made with sweet potatoes.
Because I never see anyone with them.
I don't think they're good. That's the problem.
They probably taste like molten asshole, so.
All right. What is your favorite character and genre to write or read about, Grant?
Oh, good question. I kind of like slice of life in terms of genre. In terms of characters, the characters a lot of depth that you can explore and even expand upon beyond what's on the show. So any character was good. But I like really good slice of life fic.
Awesome.
It's always nice,
Yeah. The next question's a little bit loaded. It's a fuck, marry, kill between Hitler, ramen noodles, and fluttercord.
I have to correct you here. I'm looking at the post.
And yes, it does say Hitler, Roman noodles, and fluttercord. So, I don't even know what to say.
You're right there, Flame.
I don't know if I want to kill Hitler with 2 T's because it's, what did he do?
He's a nobody. Just an unfortunate name.
Case of you got the wrong name at the wrong time,
Yeah.
All I know is that the person who killed Hitler was a hero. Let me tell you.
So, defer on this question, and we might have to circle back because I don't even know how to approach this, to be honest with you.
Obviously, Roman noodles are something that they had during the time of Rome. So,
did they have noodles though?
I don't know. Maybe they had like gay butt sex and everything.
Priest guys, they were Italian. Of course, they have noodles.
Well, I mean,
I'm not sure they were Baba da Boopy Italians just yet. Those had yet to evolve. They didn't get the spaghetti stone yet, so they didn't evolve. So.
See, like Pencil could answer for us if the Romans had noodles.
Yeah.
More likely it had rice.
Italians in general just make shit better from other areas generally. I mean, so I don't know. Maybe they had like some shit. I don't fucking know. I'm sure they had noodles. Maybe.
You steal your ideas and then switch sides.
Their arrows were just uncooked.
No, the joke is Italy is like the hoe in a casino, always comfortable with the winner.
Wow. Jesus.
Well, I mean, on the topic of them taking shit and making it better, I mean, shit, they took their own cars and made them better.
This is true, actually.
Well, Lamborghini came up to freaking, what's his name, Ferrari, and told him, hey, asshole, you're using the same clutch that I use in my tractors. What the fuck, dude? And the guy told him, piss off, you don't know race cars. And he's like, fuck you, and turned around and made his own brand of race cars.
It's the best tractor ever.
And they're so much better, and they're so...
Yeah, long story short, the Romans probably had some form of noodles.
All right, the other guy has the next question. He says, hey.
How you doing?
And now we're going to Dark Angel. It's time for Sadcast. Number 1. Are you truly happy with what you've done with your life? Lying is permitted on all of these questions.
I mean, yeah. I mean, overall.
Without going deep, yeah, I think I'm on the right
path.
Wrong, but the right track, yeah.
Number 2, do you regret anything?
Regret everything.
All the regrets.
Number 3, why do we hide inside these walls?
Why are we here? Just to suffer? Kill my leg and my arm.
Life
Every day I break my arms 4 times, and I have 12 heart attacks before noon.
Won't stop hurting.
Every day I'm shuffling.
Sorry.
I come back to this shit.
Yes, you did. You missed some good shit, Pencil.
You missed us singing Rick Astley, and you missed us getting into a deep philosophical discussion on whether the Romans had noodles.
Oh, they didn't. But okay.
Didn't really?
No, dude.
But Alex found shit with sources and everything.
Yeah, they had like proto noodles, but not noodles as we know them today.
What kind of noodles were they? Were they shaped like dolphins or something?
They were just sheets. They were just like sheets of pasta.
Were they non-GMO?
No, they were just like sheets.
Oh,
of pasta.
they were literally sheets, so they're like really flat-ish noodles, right?
No, they weren't even like noodles. They were just sheets of fucking pasta.
It was literally just a sheet.
A pasta is not a noodle.
Lasagna.
It's a single pasta.
It sounds like they were trying to invent paper, but accidentally made pasta.
It's lasagna.
Or for the educated.
Yeah, dude, check it out. Alex even backs me up on this. Like I'm looking.
For an intellectual, a pastini.
No, fucking.
Fucking Alex, show me your proto-noodle Brutus.
That's impossible.
Okay, we're going back to the sad questions. We had enough fun. What do you do to remain happy?
A whole bunch of stuff, but two of the big ones that anyone can implement right now is starting to write cuddle fan fiction and starting to drink red wine.
Red wine?
Yee.
This meme brought to you by Red Wine Gang.
Now we have a question from NYChris824, who has, I think, the most woken avatar on FimFiction. He is awaked. Am I cool yet?
No, he's awoke.
Okay. Does drinking 100 5-hour energy drinks give you 500 hours, almost 21 days, worth of energy?
Common misconception. As anyone who has ever played or designed an RPG game other than Morrowind knows, potions do not stack. So, no.
I'm about to say, I think it only gives you a hospital trip.
I mean, that's probably crackhead level energy. I'm just saying.
Wouldn't that cause your...
Probably have a caffeine overdose.
Yeah, wouldn't that cause your heart to like keep going until it stops from exhaustion?
Explode, yeah.
Alright. Now then, we're going to run down Jet, who's sporting a new avatar for the holiday season. So welcome to the show. Number 1. What is your favorite meal, snack, or foodstuff that is really, really unhealthy, but just so good?
Ooh. One. I'm big into frickin' bagel bites.
Oh, yes! Oh, God, in college I just ate them and it was bad, and someone during finals week stole some of mine and I actually hunted left nasty. This is a college of like 500 people, mind you, so it was not that difficult, and she never knew who I was, but I was very angry. I'm sorry, I'm done. Yes, continue.
You were just... I almost made a joke. I didn't. This is going to be on YouTube. My record of this will be on for generations, so I'm not going to make it.
Do it!
I'm not doing it. But
fuck.
To the shit, though. That's 100% true.
What kind of bagel bites? This is important for me. What kind of bagel bites is it?
I'm into the standard pepperoni.
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. The 4 cheese is pretty good, but yeah, pepperoni can't go wrong.
Yes. Bagel bites or Tortinos?
Fuck you, Priest, for even suggesting that.
I mean, should be an easy answer.
Bagel bites, I'm sorry. Totinos, they're good, but crisp. They don't have the crisping tray. That's the big deal.
Yes. Okay.
Aren't they called Tostinos? Why are you guys saying Tortinos?
Tostitos are chips. Tortinos are pizzas.
Honey, both you're wrong. It's not Tortinos or Tostinos. It's Totinos. Totino.
It's not Tostinos. It's DiGiorno.
Fuck both of you. Totino.
Number 2. What is the biggest or weirdest fear that you have?
The biggest or weirdest fear that I have? I don't really have it anymore, but when I was a little kid, I was terrified of fire drills.
Oh.
They have to take me out of school and shit, yeah. Not really anymore, but yeah, back in the day. And this went on until I was 16, so it was bad.
All right. Why is bagged milk the best milk?
Bagged milk?
Bagged milk. They had in Canada. They serve milk in bags. I'm not
I'm
joking.
well aware of what the Canucks do.
Fuck them, man.
I think we should annex them like in the Fallout universe.
Well, I mean, they're already a separate country. So what do we do?
We tried that in the War of 1812. Didn't work out so well.
Well, we're gonna try it again.
Oh, now we have nukes. We did on Japan, and they're fine.
True. I don't think the Canadians have nukes. Big, if true.
Big difference. If they used it, they wouldn't stop saying sorry.
I would love to see the Canadians just going, "Oh yeah, we have nukes, but we're sorry about that. We didn't know what that would do. We're sorry, man." Like,
no. What they do is they grab mooses and duct tape a bunch of knives onto their antlers and just send them over across the border.
That would actually be frightening. I would never open up against like a knife moose.
Mooses are frightening. Boxing.
Stop.
Number 4. What is your one annoying habit? Something you do that annoys people, or something that other people do that you just can't stand?
You know, the thing that I do that I hate myself for is I bite my nails. Where, like, you know, I'm basically bleeding out of my fingertips whenever I'm bored. And that's not fun. You get hangnails all the time. It's just not good. It's not good. But it's who I am. So
I feel that. Yay for anxiety. All right, number 5. What is the theme song for your sex life?
Good question. Let me think about this for a second. Last Christmas.
Whoa!
I exist solely for the purpose of getting cucked.
By Wham?
By Wham, dude.
Oh my god.
My god. I'm sorry?
Sad reacts only. Drop F's in the chat.
Yes, please. I want to see all the F's. Number 6.
I go better one if I had 10 minutes, but that's what I'll do for now.
How would you describe yourself using only 3 words?
Resourceful? No, I'm not going to do that. Guy.
Aww.
Cool guy.
Number 7. If your entire life thus far was a movie, what would be the title of it?
Operation Barbarossa.
Why? Why?
Clearly he's got a fetish.
Because I was doing so well, and then everything
Until
just
you're
sort
not.
of stopped.
You're doing so well until you're not. Hey girl, I'm gonna give you that old Operation Barbarossa. I'm gonna fuck you. I'm gonna fuck you so hard, but then you're gonna realize it was all just a farce.
Man, that line isn't gonna work until it works.
Your men are not going to reach Moscow.
I thought I was here for you, but I just...
You know what's funny? That's actually really good enigma.
Number 8. Just how big is your porn stash?
Don't have any.
Damn, dude! You're like me. You don't look at porn?
Absolutely not.
Damn. So you have a really good imagination then.
No comment.
Yeah, I know where it is.
He doesn't need his...
No comment. I didn't say anything. I said no
I know. I'm just gonna
It's
judge
clear
you.
that he hasn't masturbated since the day he was born. So he's using 100% of his brain right now. So he is above us all.
This man is an intellectual. Let's give him some credit.
2018.
Let's be clear. You don't need an imagination when you have your hand.
Bonus question. Anyway.
Fuck.
Anime fan by chance? Question mark. If so, what are your favorite animes?
Definitely not an anime fan, but I do have favorite animes, so let me go over them.
Excellent.
They hentais.
Okay.
Is it King of the Hill?
Is it Cory in the house?
No, actually, the first arc of Gurren Lagann is pretty good.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh my.
actually was really, really impressed with Kill la Kill.
Yeah!
Kill la Kill was really good. Attack on Titan Season 1 was great.
No, you lost me.
I don't even really know what's going on anymore. I don't know. Get on this. I'm dating this girl now, sort of, kind of. That she's a total weeb. So I'm gonna have to start getting into like My Hero and all this other crap. But
Hey, weeb girls are into the kinky. No,
tour, and she'll be yours forever.
Weeb girls are into the kinky shit. Weeb girls are always into the kinky shit. So you scored a good one, my dude.
Aang Orca.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's all I'll say on that. So not an anime, not an anime fan, not a weeb, but I appreciate good shows when I see them.
E. Did you watch Cowboy Bebop?
No, say that again. Say that again, please. I need to hear you say that.
Cowboy Bebop.
No. Don't you mean
Cowboy Bebop?
Don't you mean Cowboy Boopity Boppity?
Cowboy Beep Boop? Boop Boop Bop?
Beep Boop Bop!
That were such obnoxious apologists for both Rurouni Kenshin that I'm never going to watch either of those.
Oh, that's sad. I'm sorry to hear that.
Rurouni Kenshin was actually pretty cool, like way back fucking when. Jesus.
I could get on a little weird elitist shit about Rurouni Kenshin, so I'm not going to.
I need to watch Samurai X.
Yes, that's the correct answer.
Alright. Now it's time for Hymnos, who says, or rather asks, is knowledge a blessing or a curse?
Oh, it's both. Isn't that the real question right there? I mean, it's great to know things, but sometimes you know things and you just wish you really didn't.
I can vouch for this.
You know, it's like on this podcast, people are going to be like, wow, you know, now I know things about Categorical Grant, and that's really enlightening, but also I wish I had never listened.
That's more our fault than yours. That's more our fault than yours.
That's okay. That's all right.
That pretty much summarizes the whole cast in a nutshell. Alright, now it's time for Question with Vylon.
Oh, is it? Is it time?
It's time.
It's time for Questions with Vylon.
Now it's time for Vylon's first and only question. How are you today?
God.
Now we're going to questions from RK Striker JK5. Number 1. What is your favorite non-MLP franchise?
Star Wars, hands down.
Oh?
Yep. Disney's shit on it, but I'm still gonna be in the theater on day one every time they release a film. You bet.
Well, I know what Enigma's going to ask, so I might as well preempt him. So how are your midichlorians?
So, you know, people got all their panties mixed up about the midichlorians. I really didn't. I really didn't. You know, compared to the shit that's going on now.
Thank you.
You know, compared to everything else, just you know, people always go, your prequels. Yeah, well, look at the sequels and then tell me you missed the days of George Lucas.
To be fair, I'd love to have fucking Jar Jar back over some of the shit they've shown.
I don't want Jar Jar back. No, I don't want Jar Jar back. I don't want him back.
Last resort. If it meant better writing now.
I would... the one thing that's great about the sequel is that there are no fart jokes.
You know,
look. People always, you know, dump on the prequels, but at the end of the day, you have to remember that Revenge of the Sith is an absolute masterpiece.
Really, it actually was.
I wanted to punch everyone who wrote in the face over and over again, and when I heard, Annie, you're breaking my heart! Fuck this! Fuck everything! I'm out! Done!
I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough.
And it gets everywhere. Padme was just a terrible character in general.
God, she was awful.
You say what you want, but you know,
women.
I mean, that's a quotable film. It's a very quotable film.
I died after giving birth to twins because I'm sad.
So The Room is also a quotable movie.
Oh my god!
I have the high ground.
There is the plausible rumor that Palpatine was just siphoning her life to give to Darth Vader so he'd survive.
No, because they literally said she died of a broken heart, and I'm like, this is everything I hate right here. Wow.
Yeah, scumbag Padme.
Ewan McGregor, though.
Well, he can stay. He can stay forever.
Yeah.
You know, there's an easy fix to the whole midichlorian issue. Just say the midichlorians are a byproduct of being force sensitive, not the direct result.
I never realized the midichlorians were actually a point of contention, to be honest.
Oh, really? They're a huge point of contention, Blam. Like, that's
They
that's
make
drama.
I mean, if you read through the extended universe, it fucking makes a fair amount of sense. I mean,
Some
even through
people
Knights of
are
the Old
mad.
Republic, it makes sense.
Because if you bring it all down, if you boil it all down to space bacteria, you take away the fantasy aspect of Star Wars.
It also creates this big question of, can you extract midichlorians from a person and just artificially steroid a Jedi? Like,
I mean, that's how Anakin was created. Plagueis tried to influence them, and the midichlorians said "fuck you," and they put it into the dude who would destroy him eventually.
He's correct.
I did not know this, and that actually made me a little more sad.
That's kind of how it was. But the thing is, if you frame it in the context of the movies only, it makes no sense.
Hold on, Grant, what did you say?
I thought metaphysics was banned.
Yeah, we're getting into that right now, and all I'll say is this makes me really happy. I just roll around in the Star Trek fandom now. Continue.
Rolling around at the speed of stars.
What? No.
Number 2. Oh, Jesus Christ, it's been a while since we asked a question. Number 2. Have you done anything for fan-related for a non-LP franchise?
No, not really. You know, I write. Some people write because they love to write. I write because I like ponies.
Which is fair.
You know, and I don't really have much of a compulsion to write for anything else. I have a compulsion to play every Star Wars game that comes out and replay the Coder games every once in a while, but not really to create anything, no.
It's actually true. Like, I love writing, but then I realized just like I really have no compulsion to write for anything else at the moment. So that's actually a good point you bring up. But
Number 3. Out of your fanfics, which would you recommend for me, the listener, to read?
Good one. You know, I think because it's become a meme, I think you should read my story, Preen Hub.
Gosh.
Who came up with that? And now artists are making Preen Hub caps and everything. It's incredible.
However, I'd recommend a different story because it's that time of year again.
Oh, it's Christmas?
I would recommend Human It's Cold Outside, which I really like.
Nice. It's a nice fic. I like it. It was so sweet, right? It was fun. Everyone dumped on me in the comments.
Anon is stupid, is what I get, so I understand.
I read that on the bus stop.
Yeah, I've been there.
But you know, I think it's actually my most popular story in terms of views. Not in terms of views, yeah.
Oh, I love Human It's Cold Outside. Okay, that makes me sad.
Yeah, well, I got a couple more Christmas stories coming. I'm really have to work on hanging them out, but that's the idea. So hopefully we'll come up with another good one. But Human It's Cold Outside for the season, that's a great one. You're right.
Well, if you're looking for Human It's Cold Outside and you don't know where to find it, dumb, you can check in the Barcast FimFit group under stories, highlighted stories of our guests, because it is now in that folder.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. And like, comment, and subscribe.
Please. And give us the upvote. Dragonfire 42.
Like, comment, and subscribe to me, both on YouTube and FimFic.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm going to take a moment to be really terrible. So, you guys, CategoricalGrant is at 958 followers. That's awful close to 1,000. So if you could just get him a little closer, just check that out. There's a link in the chat. Follow him.
It's true. You know, when you get to 1,000, that's when you become officially horse famous.
It's true. We're almost at 1,000. We're almost at 1,000.
I can't follow him because I'm already following him.
I know I'm already following him.
Follow him again.
I would refollow him. Follow him aggressively.
All right. Now we're going to Dragonfire 42. Have you ever had a request or a backseat writer try to stomp through all your creations? If so, how did you handle it? This is a wonderful question. I'm really actually interested.
This is actually a good one.
Yeah.
Well, so I have a couple things to say about this. And before I go into why I will never, ever submit anything to Equestria Daily again,
Oh!
I will have a discussion about got on my rarity story I did. It was a Rarity Gets Jealous, which was a Rarity Flitter Spike love triangle fic that I wrote. And someone wrote, without even reading, that this is a piece of shit you should have never wasted your GD time on. And that was his comment.
Wow.
Ooh. And so I commented savage in all caps with spaces between all the letters. That seemed to do it.
Lovely.
But you know, I always get something. The thing is, I really appreciate when people PM me because it usually means that they're not doing it for attention. Mm-hmm. But if they have some giant frickin' block of text and comments, which happens all the time, it's because they just want to get out there and, you know. So it's a little bit of attention-seeking behavior, I think. So I appreciate definitely when people come to me with real criticism, especially if it's in a somewhat private setting. I think that's really great, and I appreciate it. But there's also a lot of just sort of polemicism that I just...
For me, it's just like, whatever criticism you have commented, but if you're gonna just suddenly pick out all the shit that my proofreading missed and just start showing random misspellings and random quotations, that's a waste of a comment. Just send it to my fucking PM, please.
I don't mind that shit. Sometimes it's funny. It's my misspelling.
But then it's like, that's literally all they do.
Oh, like, I don't mind that. Again, I don't mind that at all. Occasionally my misspelling's genuinely hilarious. Like when I tried to say pubic hair and a republic hair, and that's amazing. So.
Republic hair. That's great.
See, now I like the misspelling comments and PMs. It's usually when people are like, this shouldn't have never happened in the story, or the ending should have happened this way. I think that's almost more kind of what they're talking about here. Where people are literally trying to backseat your plot.
Mm-hmm.
How dare you refer to Spike as Twilight's pet? Fuck you and fuck this ugly fanfic.
I remember that. I remember that vividly. And and I also remember on Sculpting Marble, someone was just like, "Oh yeah, they were together for 20 weeks. How come you didn't propose to her?" And I'm like, "What? Like, what?
What? Oh, wait, what?"
I gotta,
the 6-chapter stories encompasses about 20 weeks worth of time, and someone's just like, why couldn't he have at least proposed to her? And I'm like, what? I didn't even respond to that question. I'm like, what the fuck?
I have to circle back to EQD.
Please.
I have a personal vendetta against everything that's going on there. So, my first story that got attention, actually hit #1 on Featured Box, was the Civil War fic I did with Spike. Spike Wall Dragon, I guess it was. I put it up and I said, it's got pretty good. I'll submit it to EQD. And I got the EQD review back, and it was like, this is pretty good. I'm fully, committed to publishing it. I just want you to change a couple things. And it was a lot of really good criticism. There's a lot of this makes more sense, with this sort of phrasing, you've left out apostrophe here. I'm like, this is great. And then he mocked me because I spelled woe, W-O-A-H. To him is not an acceptable spelling of the word, even though it is, in the dictionaries, an acceptable variant spelling. We were talking about Crash Bandicoot earlier. Crash Bandicoot says woe that way, so that should be all the evidence you need. It's acceptable.
How are you using the word, though?
No, just as an expression of surprise.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, because woe, W-O-E, is an actual thing too, but...
Oh, no, not woe in the sense of woe is me. I mean, whoa.
Ooh.
Yeah, so, everybody wants it spelled W-H-O-A.
I was mocked for it, and so I got so pissed I just didn't respond. But then, a couple months go by. I think I submitted one story in the meantime that was rejected for other reasons. So I submitted another one. And I think this is a good one. I forget which one it was. But I get the review back, and holy crap, I have the word woe, and I get mocked for the spelling. Never again will I submit to EQD until such time as this injustice is rectified.
For me, one of the reviewers went on like a 2.5 paragraph tangent rant because I made a chapter title in German. It was actually really kind of funny.
They forced me to shoehorn a lesson at the end of my story.
I laughed and said, "No thanks."
Get over yourself. That's fine, but you're not literary critics. It's okay to just say, or say do a proofreading and try it again. You don't have to go out there with 900 words of. That's not necessary.
Sometimes that's helpful. Sometimes that's good. And if you're trying to get into the writing world and you want this to be a good lesson on how editors will destroy your shit, oh yeah, it's like that. So it's a good learning experience if you're up for that. But if you just want to fuck around and write horse words, yeah, no, don't worry.
I write horse words, so that's I don't.
Don't worry about it, man.
Actually, if there's an accepted variant spelling.
The fact that there's also an accepted variant spelling and they still didn't accept it, that's fucking great.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking funny.
This is me. There's several British dictionaries where it's listed as an accepted variant spelling, and that's apparently not good enough for them. So it's an onomatopoeia in the first place. It doesn't even matter.
But I totally understand. It's a very small thing in hindsight, but it's the principle that's what caused the blow up, really.
Exactly. You know what? I might have changed it if it was polite, but it was mocking. There was mocking.
So it's just based on principle. Yeah.
So never have me review your work ever. Never ever let me review your work.
It's true.
Pencil, you've reviewed my work. You've given me very awesome tips that I've carried with me to this day.
I'm pretty sure I actually insulted you, and I told Enigma never to procreate.
She did.
For Enigma, yeah, I think you. But I do that for me.
I don't know how to feel about being edited by Pencil anymore. I mean, sometimes I get a boner.
You guys are giving me a lot. You guys are giving me a lot to look forward to later.
I'm excited. I'm sorry to interrupt. We are running low on time, and I don't want to take away from your time. So.
I don't like this painting, Charlie. Its smug aura mocks me.
All right, 8 questions. Let's get through this. We're going to Jack of a few trades. Love you, Jack. First question. What is your favorite scene you've ever written?
I love this question. This is a great question.
Oh, that's such a good question.
Right?
Oh, shit. I would really have to think about it. I mean, just going off the top of my head, it might be A Human It's Cold Outside, just from what I come up with just now, which is all one quick scene.
Aww.
Simple, it's cute. It's just it's it's good. It's good. I think there's a lot of stuff in my war fix that's really funny. That's probably worth it. Through and think about it. We don't really have the time for that. So,
all right.
When are you gonna write the sequel? Human, it's not outside.
Good question. Good question. So I wasn't originally planning on it because I just did it for the memes because it's a Christmas carol. But
yes,
there's supply.
Mm-hmm.
If you build it, they will come.
There is demand too.
Yeah, so we'll think about that.
I've fallen into the sometimes good trap of people asking for some sequel or demanding some type of follow-up, and it's good about 50% of the time, and then after you write it, sometimes you're like, oh god, why did I do that?
If you feel it can be good, then it can be good.
Yeah, that's it. That's the thing.
Don't waste your time on it. If you're not passionate about what you're writing, it's not going to turn out good. So
exactly.
All right. The next question is, would a porcupine cuddling a jellyfish be the genre-advancing type of story that could send Tunnel Fix into a new era of creative discovery?
Carrot, no hooves.
What if you put hooves on the jellyfish?
I would consider it.
There you go.
The jellyfish steal the hooves off a dead pony.
I can work with.
All right. Jammer now has the next set of questions. Has the cast been nice to you?
I think so. They've been really nice.
More so than I expected. You know, I've been a long-time YouTube lurker. And whenever there's a guest I'm interested in hearing from, I always love to go on the, when you guys put up a YouTube video and sort of watch for a while and to get the invite. And I was surprised to get it, and I was very happy. Very, very happy.
You certainly earned it. Like, you work really hard in the community to not only produce quality content, but also you're a straight-up cool dude. Like, I still remember meeting you, and I felt bad that we weren't able to, like, actually talk, spend time with each other. And so when it was like, oh, shit, Grant was suggested. Let's do it! And it was really cool.
I was suggested by someone?
Yeah, let's give credit. No, let's give credit, because the suggestion came, and I never do this because it's not my job to be nice. But Enigma was the one who brought your name up, and that's when I looked at your profile and I went, oh my god, he was outside, and then everyone apparently, and I came in last. I was like, yes, let's do this.
I wish I could be the person that'd be like, oh yeah, no, I straight nepotismed all this. No, like Enigma did it. It's Enigma's fault.
Yeah. Running down a couple years ago, and I just remember immediately being struck how nice you were, and I'm like, this guy is from somewhere in the Midwest. And of course, I will not reveal. I'm aware. But
we know what state he's in. We said that.
Yeah, no, it's
okay. So when I heard the answer, I was like, yeah, that's what I thought. Anywhere else.
Priest is nice. He's a nice man.
You're nice.
I try, although my good intentions bite me in the ass sometimes. Number 1. If you are given 33 drinks of your choice every week, would you give Nighty a place to stay at or near your home?
Nighty seems to be a cool enough dude. I saw some pictures from a vacation he put up on like Twitter or something. It was he does all the work for the site, so yeah, sure. We'll figure it out.
Number 2, would you hug Thing Pony? Would you tell them good night? Tell them every little thing's going to be all right? And of course, would you stick your peener in it?
I took a look at the images on that one before.
Yay!
Yeah, I did take a look at those. So, yes, hugs, and yes, tell them everything's all right. There will be no peener.
Why no peener?
No peener allowed, ever.
But she just wants to be one with you.
Peener, horses are for snuggles. Thing Pony or otherwise.
Are for snug, not for
But wait
fun.
a second. Look in the behind the counter, because that is the most sexy picture you're ever going to get of Thing Pone.
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah,
You snuggle that.
With Thingpone, if you did involve the peener, it'd be like one of those Amazon river fish where they all up, they read the rest.
There's no peener.
No
the peener is out of the question.
The peener is out of the question. That's the quote for the cast, guys.
In terms of the pony, would snuggle if it was proven that she was nice. I wanted to snuggle, but otherwise I would stay far away because the Thing, some bad shit. Although one of Keith David's finest performances.
I'm following you on this one. Yes.
Thing Pone is truly lit.
Stop it.
Number 3. Pups or kittens, pets or plushies?
Definitely puppers. I will have to go up for plushies over pets, though.
Oh.
Why?
It's hard because it's... Maybe I'll redact that and say it depends. Pets are better companions, obviously. They're there, they interact with you, they talk. And if you're like an old guy, you want a frickin' dog to sit next to you while you chew your sunflower seeds on the porch,
Aww.
But at the same time, it's hard to like cuddle a dog and fall asleep. Like you can do it, but if it's a small dog, you're worried about rolling over on top of it. If it's a bigger dog, who knows?
Or it farts.
Yeah. Sorry.
Freaking walks all over the bed and like climbs over you and will never just lay down and go to sleep. So from there, big time plushies are better on that department. So it depends what you're looking for. Also.
It jumps off your groin.
I know you've gotten a couple of those.
That's most pets, though.
It's true. Or they sniff you inappropriately. Number 4.
It's true.
If you were to hug anyone on the Barcast, why would it be Enigma?
I would be hugging Anon Pencil.
What? Why me?
No, seem nice. Maybe Priest.
Aw.
I mean, as much as I like to shit on Enigma, he is the one who suggested you.
So he gets a hug for that, but he's also in a McDonald's for no reason.
Well, no, he has no internet at home.
Oh, there's a reason.
There's
But then again, that just begs the question. We're turtles all the way down. So then you ask why there's no internet. And you go, well, there's...
Cause he's really, really poor, and I'm not joking.
Oh, well. Best of luck to you, Enigma.
Please subscribe to my Patreons.
I think it's been actual months since the last time Enigma showed his Patreon. I want to give him a light golf clap for that.
Yeah,
okay, next question.
Alex, post a link to Enigma's Patreon.
Whoa.
I'll give him that because I feel like an asshole. So, sign up for his Patreon, guys. He got me on here.
Dude.
I think it was the Skirts cast!
Yeah, it's been that long!
Okay, alright. Number 5. Has the disappointment kicked in yet?
Oh, I'm not disappointed at all. This is a blast.
Yay!
Thank you. I'm happy to hear that.
Gay.
The only thing I'm disappointed in is I ran out of scotch. I didn't want to leave to get more scotch, so...
Oh, that's a tragedy.
Full disappointment.
And now next we're going to Shakespeare, please. We're getting there. Now we're there. Spend much time in the Hall of Discord at BronyCon 18?
I was there for like 10 minutes. It was one of those, it was like the panel, like a 21 up, where it was like M.A. Larson and like one other person there.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Not that funny, because it was just M.A. Larson jokes.
Fair enough.
Yeah, he signs people and he drinks a lot,
He drinks and he knows things about pumpkins.
Him and Peter New were there. That was the other one.
Peter New also drinks and signs.
Well, everyone drinks a lot. Frickin', you ever been at a con with Magnet's voice?
No, I haven't. I'm not close enough.
I've been at a couple with him. What's his name? Oh, I have his autograph. I'm just blanking on it now. It's probably the scotch.
Well, I'm sorry. I can't help you. I'm so sorry.
I have him on Facebook. It doesn't matter. It's fine. Point is, that guy drinks like there's no frickin' tomorrow.
Well, I will say, here at the Barcast, we have a favorite guest. He is our favorite in every way, and that's Bill Newton.
Yes.
And Bill Newton drinks, but he holds his liquor because he's an Aussie.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, he holds his liquor like a fucking champ, like better than most other VAs, and he can kill it. So, by the way, if you
I'm honorary Australian because I like to drink, and my mom has had skin cancer 4 times.
Oof! Oh God, no!
She's like every Australian. Tell me I'm wrong.
It's true. By the way, podcast people, keep an eye open for a post about Bill Newton and trying to get him to be a guest at BabsCon, because we have the power to do that because we're horrible and try to. So keep an eye open for that.
Also, in the meantime, please go check out Bill Newton's streams. He's doing some wonderful stuff on Fallout and Fallout 76. Really great stuff. You should go check it out.
He's a fan of New Vegas.
Yes.
Enough said.
And then that is all the questions that we have out in the thread. I think we're probably going to have time for like
one or two from
the chat. So while they're buffering and trying to decide what questions I want to ask, and Pencil will watch for them. What do you got going on, Grant? If there's anything that we didn't get to in the cast, or people just want to reach out to you and say, hey, I love your stuff, how can I reach you best, and what do you have coming up in the future?
So if you want to get in touch with me, PM me anytime on FilmFiction. I'm on there pretty much every day. So I'll get back to you pretty quick on that. I especially love seeing the little message bar go up. That makes me happy. So ask me anything on that. That's fine. In terms of what's coming up next, a Twilight Choose Your Own Adventure fic for the next 2 weeks here. It's going to be a good one. It's probably going to be above 20,000 words total, so it's the biggest one I've done so far. So I think if you're interested in other stuff I've written on the Choose Your Own Adventure side, that's going to be good. Pipeline I'm trying to get out before Christmas, that'll be Christmas themed. So, or heartwarming, whatever.
The same difference.
We got a question from the chat.
All right, let's go.
Question. All right, here we go. The question is, what's your favorite HIE?
Oh. There's a lot of really bad HIE, and there's a lot of really good HIE.
Agreed.
Indeed.
I don't know. I mean, I've written a lot of HIE, second person stuff. I think I do an okay job of it, but I've done a much better job. Nothing's coming at the top of my head right now, and I don't know if we want to waste time on.
You want a suggestion?
One of my favorites here. Give me a second. And I will give you something. Prime the next question.
I've got the next question ready. If you know it easy.
Let's see here.
I'll say it really quick. What's your favorite song?
Of all time? Oh, I mean, it's probably going to be. Favorite band is probably Daft Punk.
Nice.
Single song though would probably be "More Than a Feeling" by Boston.
Fucking nice. Okay, both of those are great. And I have another question after that. But do you have a favorite HIE?
I'm looking through my favorites. I'm sure it's in here. Keep going. Give me the next question. I'll keep looking.
Best cuddle position.
A tag for HIE.
Best cuddle position.
Best cuddle position. I'm gonna go with. I think I'm gonna go with spoon. I think I have to do that, and that's just because it's the best for sleeping.
Not the
I have a
jetpack.
question then. So, jetpack or spoon?
Jetpack? Hold on, I gotta look that up. Don't tell me.
You don't know that!
Tell
Oh!
me.
Literally, my favorite cuddling position is the jetpack.
Little spoon becomes the big spoon.
Yeah, and it basically smaller person or girl in particular cuddles up against your back.
Right. Okay.
It's nice. I like to be the big spoon. I do like lying on my stomach. The girl cuddle me, be on top of me, actually.
So you like a modified jetpack?
The 90-degree rotating
Jetpack on the front, yeah. That's
a
jump pack.
I think my favorite human in Equestria, and it's not a true human in Equestria, but it counts enough, is going to be 5 Nights at Strickland Propane.
I was scared for like a hot second, and then everything turned out okay.
I think that's all the question time we have. Good choice. I know that story. Good job. All right, Priest. You know what to do.
Oh, Grant, thank you so much for coming on. We really had a great time. Hopefully, we didn't talk over you too much.
Thank you so much for having me. This was an absolute blast, and I loved getting the invite. So thank you.
I think Milk will have to correct me, but we're still working on next week's guest.
Yeah, we're still working.
Mm-hmm.
And
fingers crossed, guys. Fingers crossed.
We're really excited for things we have coming down the pipe. Last but not least, check out that merch and join our Discord group and send us money on Patreon, which actually goes to horses. Thank you for watching. Your bartenders for this evening have been an on-pencil. Enigmatic Otaku.
Raptor noises.
Flamendorfer. Milk.
3.
Rav.
What?
I've given up at this point. And we had the lovely Categorical Grant.
Operation Barbarossa.
Good fucking job. If you just feel like breaking Flam, that's the fucking way to do it.
Have a turkey.
No.
Turkey's banned.
Then have a cow.